Hello kings and queens, how are you all doing today? So today I'm actually going to be filming a first impressions video. So if you watched my haul, which I'm not sure when you're going to see this, but you would have seen that haul maybe a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago, depending on when this video goes up. But I hauled a bunch of different things, so by the time you watch this, a couple first impressions and maybe a few reviews should have been up by now already. So now I'm getting around to doing my first impression of the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. So this has had, I've seen this quite a few times, like in people's videos, as well as a lot of blog posts. So today I decided to do my own kind of first impression, and hopefully I want to compare it to a more expensive primer like a Lancome or what's it called, the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer mattifying primer. Yeah, so I want to do like a comparison between those, but first I actually want to do a first impression of this primer. So and I probably sound a bit nasally because I'm just recovering from a cold, so I'm gonna get straight into this video. So like I said, I will be doing the first impression of the Ordinary High Adhesive Silicone Primer. So this is just the box. I think this is the ingredients right here, and then here is I think how to apply it and the directions and all that good stuff. So this is just the actual packaging. It's just like a tube packaging, and it comes with 30 ml of product or 1 fluid ounce. And yeah, this is just how it is. And so nothing really spectacular about that. So how does it say to apply it? I think you just so from what I can read from here, it says that you can use as the last step in skincare regimen, either on its own or as a makeup primer. I probably will never use this alone, so obviously I'm going to use it as a makeup primer. So I'm going to see how this goes. So let's just squeeze it on. Am I supposed to shake this? Doesn't say. Okay. Wait, nothing. Oh wait, I think I need to open it. Okay, so it has a seal here, that's why I couldn't squeeze it open. So let me just take that off real quick so I can actually use it. Okay, right, let's squeeze onto it. Oh, okay, so I probably put too much on my finger. So it's, I thought it would be like a clear silicone, but it just looks like a white cream. I think I've put a little bit too much on, but we'll see how this goes. So I'm just gonna focus it on my T-zone where I get the most oily. I sound so nasally. It doesn't have a scent either, which is great. Okay, so let's... Actually, it smells like paint. I think it smells like paint. Yeah, it has like that paint when you freshly paint a rim. It has that scent. It just feels, I don't know. I feel like with the silicone primer, especially like with the Lancome one, and what else? The Smashbox oil-free primer, because they are silicone based, they kind of feel really smooth on the skin, like really silky. But this just feels like a cream and it smells like paint. But yeah, so that is it rubbed in. Obviously it's a primer, so you're not really going to see much. I'm actually going to film a everyday makeup routine for summer, so I'm going to film that, and then I'll probably come back in a few hours to show you guys. Actually, I might do my makeup, show you how it looks with my makeup on, and then come back in a few hours and then show you how the primer is holding up. But as of now, I don't really have much to say other than, to me it smells a bit like fresh paint, which isn't too bad, and it doesn't really have that kind of silicone feel like most of my higher end primers do have. Yeah, it says silicone primer, but it doesn't feel like one. It just looks like a white cream. But obviously, as long as it helps with the extreme oils that I have, I don't really care how it smells or looks, as long as it kind of keeps my oils at bay. So yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup, then come back and then show you guys how the primer is holding up. But yeah. what is up, you guys? So let me just get myself situated. Okay, so it's been like 2.5, maybe 3 hours, I don't know, but my foundation looks amazing. Like, I don't see any oils. It looks really good so far, so it looks really good. I did forget to mention that the foundation that I used was my trusty Lancome Teint Idole Ultra 24 Hour Makeup in the shade 11 Muscade. I do not block my face throughout the day, and I didn't wear a setting spray. Usually I would wear a setting spray, but for the purpose of this video I didn't set my face. So yes, it's been around 2.5, maybe 3 hours, I don't know, I need to check the time, but it looks really good. I don't see any oils. I mean, this you see is highlighter, that's not oils. So yeah, it looks really good. So far I'm loving the primer, and so I think I might go out and get lunch because I'm kind of hungry, and then I'll come back in maybe 3 hours, and then we'll see how the primer is holding up. But so far I think it looks really good. It looks good in person. I don't look oily, I don't look shiny, and yeah, it kind of is starting to match up to my Lancome Le Base Pro, but obviously we'll see as time will tell. So I'm going to come back in maybe 3 hours, possibly 4, and then we'll see how the primer is holding up. So I'm really liking the primer. It looks really good and it's so cheap, so it's doing a really good job. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other clips, but I don't block my face ever, and I didn't use a setting spray or anything like that. So this is just the primer in its true form. So yeah, it looks really, really good. I don't look oily. I don't know if I'm coming across oily on camera, maybe my nose a bit, but in person I feel like I look really, really good. So far I'm loving the primer. So I think I'm gonna come back in maybe like 3 or 4 hours. I'm not sure how many hours wear that. I'm not sure what the wear time would have been. I don't know what the wear time is now, but it'll all be on the screen somewhere. So I'm gonna come back in the next maybe 3 to 4 hours. I kind of want to end this video as there's still light, because I feel like there's no point filming it when it's dark, because you won't be able to see me properly, and I don't really have studio lights or anything like that. So in 3 hours, hopefully it'll be still light outside. It probably will be, and then that'll probably be my last check-in, but we'll see. So far it's doing really good. Excuse the mess. I really want to fall asleep, but I know if I fall asleep I'm just gonna mess up my face, so it's all for you guys. So yeah, I'll come back and yeah, we'll see how the primer is holding up. Okay, so what is up, you guys? So it has been around 9 hours, and this is how my foundation looks. Honestly, this thing is amazing. Like, it's so good. I didn't really have low expectations, but because it's literally under £5, like, I thought, you know, if it didn't perform like to a high standard, I would be like okay with it, because it wasn't that expensive. But this stuff is so good. Like, I'm a little bit, I want to say a little bit shiny on my nose, and I am wearing highlighter, so that's probably what you're seeing here. But overall, my face, I think personally, looks really good, especially in person. I feel like on camera sometimes I look a lot shinier, but in person I feel like I look really, really good. It's a great primer. Definitely up there with the Lancome Le Base Pro, and so hopefully, I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow I'm going to try out the Makeup Forever, I don't know what it's called, but their matte primer as well, and I'm going to do a first impression of that too. So, but I personally feel like if you don't want to spend the money on like the higher end stuff, because those stuff can get just so expensive, like this is really, really good. And I have combination oily skin, and sometimes the oils can be a pain. I haven't blotted, I didn't use a setting spray, so can you imagine if I actually use a setting spray? Like, it's really good. 9 hours of work. I'm probably going to wash it off now because I really want to sleep. I just need like a power nap, and I've been trying to like get myself together, like, don't go to freaking sleep until you film this. So yeah, I think it looks really, really good. I don't think I mentioned the price, but it was probably going to be in this video somewhere. Also, where you can purchase it from, or you can purchase it from ASOS. I think it's a little bit more expensive on ASOS, like 10p difference. And I'm going to hopefully leave places where you can purchase it from in the description box down below. But overall, I think it's really, really good. You're not really breaking the bank with it. The only thing is that it doesn't feel like a silicone primer. It just feels like a primer. It doesn't look like a silicone primer. It doesn't feel like one either. But to be honest, I don't really care about that as long as it does its job. And I think it looks really good. My battery's about to die. So yeah, I would say this is a good 9.5 out of 10. I really, really like it. So I think I'm gonna do a once I do the first impression of the Makeup Forever primer, I think I'm gonna do like best primers for oily combination skin, as well as foundations and setting sprays. So yeah, this is a really, really good primer. I think it looks really, really good, and it's cheap. Like, I don't know what the heck they put in this stuff, but it's really good. And they have a bunch of other different items, or products I should say. And so yeah, I'm definitely going to try more of this brand because I think personally it's really, really good. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried it. Let me know where you can actually purchase it from, because the only place that I can think of is ASOS, but I'm pretty sure you can purchase it off other places. So if you know of any places that you can purchase it from, definitely comment that down below so you can help somebody out. But for me personally, I think it's really good. So if you have oily combination skin, go for it. Yeah, that's my commentary for today. I'm so tired. Like, it's not even that late, but I just need to sleep. Like, I have a power nap. But yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day. Stay best, be blessed. Peace.